Welcome to this week's news without the bullshit. Let's get started. The European Parliament has voted in favor of Article 13 this week, which concerns changes to online copyright laws. The new laws will force online platforms to be legally responsible for any copyrighted content they host, and is designed to allow smaller online sites to become more competitive, and for artists and musicians to better negotiate their revenue sources. This, however, does pose a problem for many online sites, including YouTube, who will now be responsible for ensuring no copyrighted content appears on their platform. This is where a lot of criticism for Article 13 comes into place, as it will force much tighter upload filters of what can and can't be shown. From the amount of fucking times this channel has videos falsely flagged as not safe for advertisers, I find it hard to believe that any tech giant could successfully distinguish copyrighted content from an original creation to an acceptable accuracy. The entire fabric of the internet will be left in a much less Wild West state, and it's understandably concerning for anyone who uses any major content sharing site, is an online content creator, or simply a meme enthusiast. The Council of the European Union will have a final vote on the issue on the 9th of April, and it may still be repealed if a key European country votes against the new laws. Meanwhile, drilling in the Arctic gets banned again. Sexy voice man really likes bees, and New York decides to get rid of plastic bags. Let's check up on Venezuela. The entire country is still faced with intermittent blackouts. Humanitarian aid continues to be rejected, and the two main political entities blame each other. The current president, Uncle Roscoe, has refused to reject the 100 Russian troops who arrived in the country last week, while the now United States-supported JAWS states that a mass mobilization is already being prepared, called Operation Freedom. It is worth mentioning that around 90% of Venezuela's export revenue comes from massive oil reserves in the country. Do with that information what you will. At the same time, 6 million signatures call for the cancellation of Brexit. A Spanish zoo forgets about relocating its animals after closing, and Gibraltar decides to ban balloons. In technology, a net neutrality bill inches forward past Pie Boy. Apple wants a Sesame Street style show that teaches children how to code, and AirBnB now owns 20% of the consumer lodging market in the United States. In entertainment, Bohemian Rhapsody releases in China, but removes all scenes that include any mention of homosexuality. Audience members struggle to keep up with the story of one of the most famous homosexual men of all time. An outstanding move all round. Meanwhile, Mark Hamill will be the voice of Chucky in the new remake. The next James Bond movie reportedly starts filming. Futurama is now 20 years old, and Keanu Reeves solidifies himself as one of the most wholesome actors working today. In other news, Boston Dynamics are one step closer to making the Terminator movies real, and French people have now been protesting for the 20th week in a row.